Good morning. Today I'm going to share with you how to do one of the math problems from the week, and I'm also going to do one of our multiplication chants. Two of them actually, so that you can practice them at home this week and work on your multiplication. And yes, we are doing division, but remember, division is just multiplication backwards. So once you know all your multiplication facts, then actually you already know all your division facts. So you'll see both of those facts to practice during your week's worth of work from me. All right, here we go. So first, I'm gonna share my screen. Let me minimize you down here. Shrink. All right. All right, you can see my screen hopefully. I'm gonna blow up our chants. So today we're going to do our fours and our fives, which fives is a piece of cake, but those are the two numbers that you're working on this week. So first, let's do our fours. So here we go. Dukes up. JAS, good as gold. Let me hear your fingers roll. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. You're darn right. I can roll my fours. 28, 32, 36, 40. You're darn right. I'm the bomb shorty. 44, 48, and now we're through. Eagles will fly circles around you. True. All right, nice job. Hopefully you sung along with me. And for the next one, our fives. Here we go. I know you love to do this one super fast. I'm going to keep it about a medium speed today. And then when you practice this at home, you can do it as fast as you want. So here we go. Dukes up. JAS, good as gold. Let me hear your fingers roll. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Take a deep breath. Whew. So it is a little harder to do that one when you slow it down and don't do it quite as fast. You do run out of breath a little bit more, but that is okay. All right, so those are our two chants for you this week. And Greta has decided to join us out here in the breezeway this morning, Miss Curiosity. All right, so I'm gonna put that down. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is show you how to do one of our math problems from this week. Oh, I'm having major itchy eye with allergies this week. I can already tell. All right, so I'm switching to the dot cam. Good old Elmo came home with me. Hopefully it works. Oh, yay. So, Greta just fell off the table. Greta, are you okay, cat? She's okay. All right, so let me get this switched around here for you. So like last week, our problems are two-step word problems. So I've written it out here for you so you can see and work with the problem as we go along. So with two-step word problems, you have to make sure that you're reading it carefully. That's the read part of read, draw, write. Draw out a picture if that helps you to solve the problem. And then remember to always write out your math. So as we read through this, we're going to also kind of think about tips and kind of remembering how to go through the steps of a work problem. So starting with thinking about what information do you see, identify the math that you need to do, make a plan, and then solve your problem. So here we go. Here's our word problem for today. Josh has swim lessons 3 times a week for 30 minutes. Cooper has lessons twice a week for 35 minutes. How many more minutes does Josh have lessons than Cooper? So first, I see a couple important bits of information in here. So I see 3 times a week for 30 minutes. I also see that Cooper has lessons twice a week for 35 minutes. And then my math clue word is going to be how many more? And we're comparing Josh, whoops, knocking Elmo off. Josh and Cooper in this problem. So as we start to formulate our plan, we're going to think about what type of math, what do these numbers represent, and how we're going to go about to put this all together. First, though, I think when it says how many more minutes does Josh have lessons than Cooper, I think we're going to need to compare. But before we can compare those two numbers, we have to figure out what they have total, don't we? So we need to figure out how much does Josh have in all and how much does Cooper have in all. So when I look up here at Josh's information, Josh has swim lessons 3 times a week for 30 minutes. 3 represents the number of groups. Do you agree with that? And remember this? It's all coming back to you now. So if 3 times is the number of groups, then 30 minutes is going to be the in each. If I can squeeze that in here with my big chunky marker. I should have brought a little skinny marker home. So we can set this problem up, and if you need to, use a tape diagram to show this problem. So here's my tape diagram. My number of groups, I have 3 groups. So I'm going to put my 3 groups in here. Then in each group is going to be 30 minutes. I'm going to do the quick version and just write the number instead of putting 30 dots. You know that is not easier. It is more time consuming. All right, so that's my in each. You write that on there. Okay, well, we have a picture drawn out to represent this, and we're trying to find the total number of minutes that Josh had swim lessons. So what does this look like in math? Well, when we're using groups and in each, we know that that is multiplication. So we can do 3 groups times 30 in each. And that's the math we're going to solve. Now remember, you can do a problem like this. When you're working with multiples of 10, 30 is a multiple of 10, you're going to take the 3 and the 3 and multiply them. So 3 times 3, if some of you are like, ooh, I forgot my 3s, skip count by 3s. 3, 6, 9. We have 3 times 3. So 3 fingers up. What number did I say? 3, 6, 9. That would be a 9. And then we just bring our 0 over. So we have 90. So how many minutes does Josh have? Josh has 90 minutes a week. So now let's use that for Cooper. Well, Cooper has kind of the same thing going on here. He has lessons twice a week, though, for 35 minutes. So twice is our groups. 35 is our in each. We can draw a very similar tape diagram. So I'm going to draw this one a little smaller. Our 2 groups, 35 in each. And then we're looking for that total. Now, we don't necessarily know how to do 2 times 35, but we do know another strategy for multiplication, and that is repeated addition. And it's easy to do when you're doing groups of 2. So to do 35 and 35, I could just stack and add to do my repeated addition. 5 times 5, or 5, not times. 5 plus 5 is 10. Regroup your 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 3 more is 70. So now we know that Cooper's total minutes is 70. But have we answered the question yet? Remember our question was, how many more minutes does Josh have lessons than Cooper? We have not compared them yet. So we just know that over here, this is Josh's minutes, and this is Cooper's. So to compare 2 numbers, remember, when you're comparing something, you're always going to use subtraction. We're comparing Josh to Cooper, so we need to subtract. So I'm going to set up what that problem looks like over here. So Josh has 90, Cooper has 70. Remember, when you're subtracting, the larger number always goes on the top. And this one's going to be kind of an easy subtraction problem because we're just subtracting some zeros and two numbers. So 0 and 0 minus each other is always going to be, you got it, 0. Then we have 9 take away 7. 9 take away 7. If you're like, ooh, remember a strategy, either count up or count back. So I'm going to count backwards from 9. So I go 9, 8, 7. How many fingers do I have up? 2. You could also use the strategy of counting up from 7 until you say 9. So 7, 8, 9. Double check myself there, and I got the same answer. You can also double check yourself, remember, by adding your answer to the bottom number to see if you get the top number. So 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. 7 plus 2 more is going to be 9. So we're good to go. We've got the correct answer. So to do the final step of read, draw, write, I'm going to write out the answer to this question. So how many more minutes does Josh have lessons than Cooper? So complete sentences, Josh has 20 minutes, I'm going to abbreviate that, more than Cooper. Period. So there's a quick refresher on a problem from this week. Hopefully this helped jog your memory on some strategies you can use. Josh has 20 more minutes than Cooper is our final answer. Double check yourself. Did you use that read, draw, write process? We read the problem, read it a couple of times. Remember, that's important. Don't just read it once. We drew out our answers. We used tape diagrams today. And then remember, writing is two-part. You want to write the math, that's showing your work, and then the answer in a complete sentence. So we drew out our tape diagrams, but we also went back in and showed our math to how we solved the problem. 30 times 30 equaled 90. 35 plus 35 equaled 70. And then we showed our subtraction over here. So, and then finally, we wrote out our complete sentence to show that we understood the answer to the question. Hopefully this helps you this week. These two-step word problems are going to be really important moving forward into the 4th grade. Also knowing your multiplication and that division is just multiplication backwards and getting those practiced is also going to be important for getting ready for 4th grade. So that's our goal for the next month, is to get you finalized and ready for 4th grade. I hope you enjoy this little quick video I did for you. I don't have anything else more to share for today, but could later on this week. So have a great rest of your day. Hopefully this helped kind of refresh your memory, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.